Pakistan cricket at its best. 1 minute down, next minute up.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me once again. Saj Sadiq here, bringing you another exclusive interview with Pak Passion. Delighted to be joined by one of our regular guests, former Pakistan wicketkeeper, and he's well known for his honest and forthright opinions on the international cricket and also Pakistan cricket. His CV is brilliant. Worked at Lahore Qalandars, worked at Lancashire, worked for the ECB, worked for the PCB in various roles, and he's currently the head coach of Germany, as I say, a former Pakistan international. And he's doing a fantastic job with the Germany cricket at the moment. One and only Atiq-uz-Zaman. Atiq bhai, assalamu alaikum. Hope you're well, brother.
Walaikum salam. Yes, I'm fine. How about you?
All good, thanks, Atiq bhai. Obviously, busy time of the year for everybody, including yourself. What I wanted to talk to you first and foremost, Atiq bhai, is that I've had a few messages from Pakistani players. I think they are almost cooked in the sun in these camps in Pakistan. Just say barbecue, we put meat on the barbecue. It's this situation. Why have these camps now at this time of year?
It's an ego, authority for the new coaches and new head. It's a mixture of everything. New people come in there and they wanted to do something. They wanted to show they're doing the right thing. They wanted to put their authority into practice, and that's all it's all about. I don't understand the logic of the camp. Okay, yeah, you can have short camps and stuff like that. You can work on skills. You can work on different skill method. But working with the skill with the top quality coaches is important. I've seen a lot of average people sitting on the big, massive PCB meeting table at NHPC, and I was pretty disappointed to see some faces. I'm not going to name it, but there was a lot of average everything going on. I'll tell you one thing, Sajid, I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say the name of that person, but I have been asked to help delivering a program for somebody who has been just appointed as an NHPC coach. So how ridiculous is that? Some of the coaches who's been appointed by so-called the leaders, they are asking me for my help and giving they wanted me to spoon feed them so they can deliver their program. Amazing.
Well, that's like at school where you've been given homework and you get the other guy to do your homework and then you get the good grades.
Exactly. Hats off to the people who appointed them, to be honest with you.
But I mean, let's be honest about it though. Practice, training, it can only be good for the players, can't it? Because they say that practice makes perfect, and you can never practice or train enough. But it's very strange to have these short camps. First of all, some players and a few other players, but at this time of year especially.
I think this time of year people need a holiday. And Babar Azam enjoying his holiday in Switzerland. I think that's the best thing to do, to be honest with you. Take all the stress out, all the hard work you've done for a whole year. You will have to enjoy your time. I've seen Pakistan women's team player are in northern places and they're enjoying their time. This is the best thing to do at this time of the year. Not playing cricket and just getting exhausted doing some skill work with the people who can't even coach them, to be honest with you. So I feel for a lot of players. I feel for a lot of youngsters who went on that camp, and I hope their career doesn't get ruined because of these camps.
I've also had one or two messages from guys involved in these camps about they should have been playing club cricket in England. So they were in negotiations with clubs to play club cricket here, earn a bit of money, get a bit of practice playing in England, where it's hot at the moment, but they're not as hot as Pakistan. So they're losing out on that money, on that practice and opportunities also as well.
I disagree with these things. I think every player, they love to be in the camp, and then all of a sudden, they talk behind the back, talking about English contract and all that. Look, I only talked about a month or a month or 3 weeks holiday or something like that. You see all the professional football players, they play whole season. They work really, really hard during the season. They deserve to have 2-3 weeks off. So that's what happens. I'm not against those camps, but I'm just thinking, A, what was the reason for those camps? B, who are the coaches on that camp, or what kind of knowledge they have got to improve the players? If you bring in a camp to improve the players and doing a quality coaching, that's perfectly fine. But if you do in the camp just for the sake of the camp, because you just came in, you need to show the world you're delivering something. This is a wrong approach. This is what I against it. And I against all the players who talk behind the back of the coaches and all that. And, we will be playing in England. You either play in England or get paid from Pakistan Cricket Board. So you are in central contracts in domestic. If you go out and play that many months, it used to happen before, but they've changed it. They changed it, right? I think I haven't seen any Indian player, current Indian Ranji player who comes and play cricket in England. There is very minimum margin of players who are centrally contracted in Ranji or with the BCCI. They're playing club cricket in the UK. Yeah, it would be nice for them to take them somewhere like Akol or somewhere like northern areas and have a camp over there rather than in Gaddafi Stadium. Maybe just conditioning camp at this time of the year.
I think you're a experienced coach, level 4 coach. You've coached all around the world, as I said in the intro, and our readers and viewers know that you're an experienced coach. But how do you stop Bazball? I mean, we've seen England. Yeah, it doesn't work all the time, but most of the time they're doing these big chases. They chase down 370 plus against India, made it look so easy. But as an opposition, you're the head coach of somebody playing against England. How can you stop it?
I think you got to match the approach. I think if somebody go in very hard against you, you go more harder against them. Because if you're trying to stop them, it won't work. All you got to do, you got to try to work yourself harder to get one level above them. If they're scoring 400 runs, you should score 600 runs. If they're scoring 300 one day, you should have scored 350 runs. You can control what you can control. Unfortunately, in England, the players are so confident. The model Bazball work in England. But, you're talking about how to stop the Bazball. Pakistan stopped the Bazball in last time when we played Test series against them by making proper spin pitches. This was one of the strategy. I thought the strategy was good. Took a risk and they stopped and we won 2 Test matches. So it's very hard for India to come over here and then dominate England. India can dominate England in their own country, but it's very hard because England are so strong in their own soil. They've got quality players. It's not just about top 2 or top 3. Top 2 or top 3 don't work. Top 4, 5, 6 come and score. That they've got capability to score 100 or number 7. So they are a very good side, and you got to match their skill. It's very hard at the minute because India's got a very young team.
Well, you mentioned about difficult for India to come over to England and take them on in their own backyard. What makes it even more difficult is when you have a young captain who's captaining for the first time. If it was Zimbabwe away, with all due respect, or one of the weaker teams, again with all due respect, but Shubman Gill has been appointed Test captain. Yeah, he's a brilliant cricketer. We know that, brilliant batter. To captain his country against England in England for the first time. Are you surprised that Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, these guys have dropped out and thrown that responsibility to Shubman Gill, and he's captain for the first time in England?
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. Gautam Gambhir has got a very aggressive mindset and he's a risk taker. I actually support the decision because sometimes you have to give a responsibility in a top class series for some leader who really believe that they can handle those kind of pressure and they can deliver. I think it's a great opportunity for Gill to prove himself. He's a leader, and I think to be honest with you, he's been playing cricket long enough to understand the captaincy. He's played against a very good captain himself, so he must have groomed himself as a good captain. And it's a test for every captain who comes in England. Doesn't matter you are a young captain or you're an old captain. You come there, England's gonna challenge you for your last breath, and then you have to just get on with it and then take it step by step. So I think the next Test match will be very exciting again, and I'm looking forward to it.
Some of the rule changes that ICC have implemented, Atiq, we won't go through all of them, but a couple that interest me are, firstly, the stop clock. So the next over has to be bowled within 60 seconds, which I think is fantastic because sometimes you see these teams where they're trying to slow things down, when they've just been hammered for like 20 runs in the last over, and it takes about 2-3 minutes for the next over to start. Surely that's a good thing, isn't it?
You can see how does it work. and every new rule, it takes time for people to understand that and people to work out about that. And I think it's interesting. There is something a little bit different because we keep playing with the same rules all the time, and it become boring all of a sudden. And you spotted a right point. Then people get hammered for 20 runs or something like that, and they slow it down. So now you will be under pressure to go and try to break the momentum with your skill rather than with your tactical mindset. You have to do it with your skill. So yeah, I kind of okay with it, but let's see what happens in next few games and how does it work.
Reverse swing was always something that Pakistani pace bowlers were fantastic at. I mean, you only have to think about the '92 World Cup, with Wasim Akram and those guys bowling those great spells towards the end of the innings. And Wasim and Waqar and other bowlers around the world made that an important skill. But obviously the ODIs more recently with the two new balls, from each end. That makes it difficult for reverse swing. But now this rule change where after 34 overs, the bowling team just can pick one ball and just use that for the last 16 overs. That's surely got to be good for the bowlers, hasn't it?
Yeah, because cricket has gone so fast, there is nothing left for the bowlers. Bowlers are so helpless in these days because the batting skill level gone up, strength gone up, boundaries gone small, pitch has gone better, but there is nothing left for the bowler. So yeah, it will be positive sign for them. And I think there should be some kind of advantage for the bowlers as well in white ball cricket.
I want to talk to you about the Bangladesh series, Atiq. I mean, it can only be a good thing that they've organised 3 T20Is against Bangladesh in July. But what surprises me is how last minute these series are organised. I don't know whether it's the BCB that have done this or the PCB or between the two of them. But to me, it seems like Australia, India, South Africa, England, these teams have their next 3-4 years series ready. And Pakistan, time and again, it's like last minute organisation for these series.
Are you surprised by that?
No.
In PSL and every tournament, Pakistan Cricket Board, even Pakistan Cricket Board, they're not organized. They try to get as much games as possible, which I understand that, which is good for Pakistan cricket. Same like Pakistan A team against England Lions series has just been announced last minute as well. Nobody know that it wasn't in the schedule last year, but it is good actually. The new guys coming in, they're new leaders, and they're trying to get more cricket. I can understand that they're doing camps, they're doing more cricket and stuff like that. They want to give more opportunities for the players, but obviously, it's organization on the side. If you see in the cricket point of view, it was good. Pakistan going and playing any sort of cricket anywhere, rather than just doing camps and getting ruined by ordinary coaches. I prefer them to play competitive international cricket against good side.
And you mentioned about the Shaheens. There's too many series organised against the likes of Sri Lanka and Bangladesh and UAE and Zimbabwe. Surely the Shaheens need to be playing in places like England, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand on a regular basis, isn't it, Atiq?
I was playing for Pakistan in 2000, and I've been hearing this since 2000. Then we need to play Australia, England, South Africa, and these kind of countries. Even West Indies is a good competitive cricket. But I don't understand what is stopping PCB to make those kind of decisions, given Pakistan Shaheen, those big series. Pakistan Shaheen last time went in New Zealand in about COVID time, just after COVID. And that's it. And after that, I've not heard anything. Yeah, I've seen, I think West Indies or Sri Lanka just came in last year in Pakistan. That's not good enough. We need to go and play in England, South Africa, and Australia regularly in order to compete on those pitches, in order to get acclimatized on those conditions, how to win the games, and in order to understand their young talent who's coming up for next Australian or England or South African Test cricket. So I think this regularity has to be improved, and Pakistan need to have these series every year. They need to sign some sort of MOU, at least with England or Australia. At least they can go these two countries and play regular cricket for Shaheen or even under 19s.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, Atiq. Always a pleasure hearing your views, and it's an interesting few weeks and months ahead once again in Pakistan cricket. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.